you for AnyxHayley for getting me this handy dandy cutting board that matches the emblem on my cooking apron. Thank you very much. You'll see a lot of use on this. Even if this particular episode only has a few seconds of me cutting apples, you'll see. We'll get lots of use out of it. Thank you very much, AnyxHayley.
Oh, it's such a wonderful day out here. All the flowers and the birdies are singing. I love to sing while I wait for my prince. Someday my prince will come.
Do you want to be in an episode of Cooking with Batman with me?
Were you sent here by the evil queen?
No.
Are you my prince?
Sure, let's go with that.
All right.
Come with me.
You really need a better way of picking up chicks.
Greetings and welcome to Cooking with Batman. Today we are going to be making apple crisp a la mode. Not even my own recipe, but something I'm going to mimic with perfect Batman precision. Let me tell you about it. It is a meal replacement. You go to Disney's Hollywood Studios, and they have this ice cream place, and they sell something called apple crisp a la mode, and it's so good. And it's only like $6 or $6.50, and it's so much cheaper than all the other food in the park, and yet it's twice as delicious. Probably more like 2.2 times as delicious. Anyways, the first thing that we're gonna have to do is make some vanilla ice cream, because that takes the longest, but you guys have already seen me make ice cream before, so I'm gonna get this done, and I'll see you when my ice cream's done. Get some cream here. Oh yeah. All right. So my vanilla ice cream is all prepared, and now I've set everything up while I was waiting. I have a question for you. Hungry for apples?
Actually not really, because the last time I had an apple, I kind of fell into a bad sleep and...
Oh, this will put you straight into a coma! Anyways, let's get started. I am going to grab myself a knife. Gonna be nice and careful here.
I thought you said you were a prince.
Yes!
So why are you making food?
It's a hobby.
Oh, because I thought you might have servants in the castle to actually prepare your food for you.
I have a question for you. Why were you outdoors if you're a princess? Don't you have servants to go out?
No, I was running away from the evil queen because she's trying to kill me.
But you were taking a little break and having a song.
I was taking a break because I got tired.
I see. So you sing when you're tired instead of sleep.
Yes?
You know what? I'm sure nobody wants to watch me peel apples right now. So why don't you just kind of explore, and we'll get back to you guys when I'm done peeling these apples.
Is this where I'm going to be living from now on?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Just for a little while. Just overnight. And that's the last of the apples. Let me explain to you exactly what I'm doing here. Now I'm using this. We're just gonna slice this up. What I'm doing is I'm making my apple crisp a la mode, which means obviously apples.
That sounds like a wonderful dish.
It's going to be a wonderful dish when it's done. The beauty of it is that it's very simplistic. It just has a lot of ingredients. I don't even care how much apple we really waste here. The main thing is that we have plenty of apple.
But you shouldn't waste apples.
I mean, I'm going to send them into the forest, and the little woodland creatures are going to eat the remains.
I was going to say maybe you could plant them as trees?
Oh, no. Yes.
Oh!
Yes, I'll have a servant take care of that.
Ooh.
Have you seen a guy named Alfred?
What are you going to use this for?
Have you met Alfred? I'm going to use that for the apples.
Oh!
Yeah, we're actually going to be softening up the apples, because what we're making is, let me slice a little faster here. Apple crisp a la mode is going to have a layer of apples, and the apples need to be really soft because we're going to be covering them as a dessert. Yes. Please don't get into that. That's for my streusel.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know why you're getting into anything. Aren't you some sort of a princess?
I am a princess, but you brought me here because you're a prince, and you wanted me here for your cooking.
You assume a lot of things, don't you?
Does that mean we're going to get married?
You really do assume a lot of things.
Okay, so does that mean we're going to get married?
So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your pot. Now we have a pot here, and we're going to put all of these apple slices into the pot. This is the first thing that we really have to get going after the ice cream because we want this to cook. It's probably going to take about 10 minutes, and that means we're going to end up taking a break from too fast on the other things that we have. So we have our pot, it's some apple slices. We're going to grab this. So cheap. All right, if you can afford it, get yourself a vanilla bean. If you can't afford a vanilla bean, get yourself vanilla extract. If you can't afford vanilla extract, get yourself artificial vanilla extract. And if you can't afford artificial vanilla extract, get it in bulk! It's so cheap. You don't even have to. Look, watch this. Watch this. Glug.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Black is the color of the evil queen. Does that mean you're evil because you have black gloves and you have black whatever these are?
No.
I don't know.
It doesn't mean I'm evil, but it doesn't mean I'm good either.
No.
I'm not saying I'm not. You don't get it. You don't get it. Anyways, everyone, the next thing we're going
You're
to.
very mean to me.
No, I'm not.
For a prince, you're not very charming.
Okay. So we're gonna take some butter. You like butter, don't you?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, let's
I'm
take-
only allowed scraps.
This much butter. Are you a vegetarian?
Actually, I'm not.
Because that seems really deceitful to those animals. We're just gonna rinse off our fingers because we touched the butter, and yeah, that's gonna be good. So anyways, we're making apple crisp on the boat. We have this. This is gonna have to get going. We're gonna grab ourselves some ground cinnamon, and let's see. Ooh, let's use a handy dandy measuring spoon. 1/4 of a teaspoon.
You're actually very good around the kitchen.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. You are amazing. You are a lovely young woman.
Thank you. Do you find me more attractive than the evil queen?
I find you like exponentially. Do you know what exponents are? 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg.
So do you find me better than the evil queen?
You know what? I don't even know who she is anymore after having met you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Did you actually call me a good cook though?
I did.
Here, look, 1 heaping tablespoon.
Oh.
There we go. We're gonna put that in there, and a little more,
You know how to cook.
and a little more.
Oh.
We have to get this on the stove.
Oh.
I mean, on the fire pit.
On the
So-
fire.
We're gonna put this here on low, maybe low medium heat as we need it. And I don't need an overhead camera today because we're going to be covering this with a lid, so you're not really gonna get to see much. I wanna soften those apples, I wanna keep the steam inside. The butter is going to steam the apples.
It smells good so far.
Well, it does,
What
okay?
do I call my prince?
You can call me Mr. Chef for today.
Mr. Chef.
Next up, we have to make some streusel. And once again, we're going to guesstimate on our ingredient quantities. So we're just gonna scrape this extra butter off the top there. And we're gonna, this is like really melty butter, right? And some more butter there. Actually a little bit more than that. Remember, you can always change things. Anyways, I'm making streusel. So we're gonna use some butter.
Your mother and father must be really rich.
Don't talk about my parents, please. Thank you. Anyways, we're gonna take some flour. So this is a 3/4 cup, and it's not full. It's 2/3 full. So 2/3 of 3/4 of a cup, and that's gonna go in there too.
I'm sorry.
And a little bit, apology accepted. Just a little bit of vanilla extract again.
I'm guessing your mother and father are dead.
Oh my! Would you stop it?
I'm sorry.
Okay, your apology is accepted again. Please don't do that again. We're gonna take some brown sugar here. Golden brown sugar. Oh, a little more than that. There we go. Now, this time I'm not going to use the nutmeg, but I am going to use the cinnamon, and we're going to do a heaping pinch. That means as much as I can pinch between 2 fingers of cinnamon, put it in here. And when you're making streusel, just mush it all around. Mush it all around. I want clumps. So we're just gonna clump all this up. Clumpy. We're basically trying to make it so that there's no powder, but there's no wads of butter either.
You're very good at that.
Why, thank you.
Although you seem to have a short fuse.
No. It's actually it's a decently long fuse, but it was recently burned away. So you see, even though it's sort of like a bob-off. They started off with a really long fuse, but then a witch took away most of the fuse.
Oh no, I
and
don't
then,
like witches. I don't like witches.
That's because of their magical powers, right?
Yes, I was once under a spell from an evil witch, and I almost died. Until a man rescued me by giving me a kiss. And then it turned out that he wasn't very good.
Do you have an ending to this story? You should tell me about the ending.
Well, the ending is that we got divorced because I thought he was my true prince, and he was actually a really big prick, and we weren't meant for each other. So does that mean we're meant for each other now, me and you?
Oh, if I'm not a prick, then I guess so.
Oh!
But you are going to try some of this, right? When it's all done?
Yes.
Oh, you know what? We actually need more brown sugar. See how the clumps are really big and they're
I love
moist?
sugar because sugar is sweet, and so are you.
I want this to be able to just be brittle. And once it's done, you can bake it. You can bake it. I'm not going to be crisping up my strudel, though. Streusel, not strudel. Strudel's something different. Have you ever had strudel?
I haven't had much because after my mother and father died, the evil queen made me into a slave.
I am so sorry.
Thank you. You're so sweet, like the sugar. Anyways, after my mother and father died, the evil queen forced me to eat table scraps, and I didn't actually get much. It was potatoes and bread.
Oh, that's more than I give Robin. I gotta say, you've really lived it up.
That's not very funny, actually.
Oh, but it is because Robin's a little dweeb.
I don't know who that is.
Well, Robin's not a beautiful woman like you.
Okay, I kind of thought that every woman was beautiful.
Robin, not so much. I'm actually a little confused about Robin's gender, to be honest.
Okay, well, whatever they choose to be, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
This is smelling really good.
All right. So if you have time, you break this up and you put it in the oven. You can actually get it all crispy. I do have time. I do. I can do this. Just like Fix It Felix Jr. I can fix it. So we're gonna turn around over here. We're gonna turn on broil on high. And we're gonna take this, now don't forget it in there too long. We're just gonna stick it in the oven. And that's only gonna be in there for a few minutes.
Who is Fix It Felix Jr.?
You won't meet him yet. Anyways.
Okay, is that our son?
Yes, we're gonna name our son Felix. Yeah. Okay, so everyone, right now our apples are cooking and getting soft. Our streusel is baking. The ice cream is in the freezer. The only thing really left to do is wait. So,
You're so wonderful.
I'm gonna wash my hands and I'll see you all in a few minutes. So, it's been about 4 minutes, actually. And,
And it was a wonderful time.
yes, it was. I removed this from the oven 2 minutes in. I gave it a stir, and I added more flour, and then I put it back in the oven until now. So it's been close to 5 minutes in the oven, and just gonna take a look at it. It's gonna be nice and streusely.
It smells so lovely.
I'm stabbing it. I want clumps. That's a good streusel. That's a good streusel. I like brown sugar with my streusel. I really like brown sugar with my streusel. You can use white sugar, but don't, because then you're doing it wrong.
Oh.
So you know what? Don't use it. Yeah.
It's actually so lovely to have a man that's good in the kitchen.
So I turned up the heat on my stove, and it's actually really piping. Take this off. All right, those are done, but I'm not turning off the heat because I wanted the steam off now. They're soft enough for me. So now I'm actually going to start preparing for my preparing. I'm gonna need this bowl right here. This is going to be for my jumbo size sundae. By the way, if you want to make your own caramel, you can. You'll need cream, brown sugar, water and salt and stuff, or you can just get this sundae syrup. Now, I used all of my cream when I was making the ice cream, which is in the freezer, so I just have this. Are you ready for me to make you an apple crisp a la mode?
I am, Mr. Chef.
Excellent.
Oh, this is so wonderful.
So turn this off. I can't believe I'm about to do this. I think I might actually strain these. Yes, I'm going to strain my apples, everyone. First, I'm going to give you a nice look at what they look like. So here they are. There's my apples. And I'm just going to go over this.
Actually, in answer to your question, Mr. Chef, I am hungry for apples.
Oh, well, that's excellent. It must be the smell that drew you in.
It smells so good.
So watch this. I have this nice bowl. Oh, yeah. Look at the syrup. In fact, you know what? I could have probably maintained that and used that syrup instead of this caramel sauce. But you know what? I've blown it. But that's okay because that's Smucker's brand and you can't. Oh, well, thank you. You are such a lovely lady. We're going to take this.
That's my reputation to be sweet.
Spread it around. We're going to use our ice cream scoop. Spread it nice and even. Nice hot apples everywhere.
Ooh. Oh, that looks
then,
so good.
Actually, let's put a bit of streusel on that. Oh yeah, just a little bit of streusel on that. It's gonna be so good. Next,
Maybe I should make this for the 7 dwarfs. Oh.
That wouldn't be enough for the 7 dwarfs. It's barely enough for me. So here's our ice cream. And it's still fairly fresh, so it's still going to be a little bit soft, but it's going to be mostly hardened. It doesn't matter either way. Oh yeah, this is the vanilla ice cream that I made.
You made your own ice cream.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Let's see if
I'm impressed.
Oh yeah. Okay. It could be a little bit harder, but that's okay. I am not going to complain. I'm just going to scoop it on. I'm going to scoop it on. Yes. Oh, yes.
This is very exciting.
It should be exciting. We are making this. It's good. Let's move the streusel out of the way so you can all see what's going on here. Oh yeah. That's a little bit there.
Oh,
and you know what? A little bit more. Yeah, if you're going to use a bowl this big, you're going to want to make yourself a nice, big helping of ice cream. I don't want to see those apples. That's going to be called the apple surprise. Yeah.
I love surprises.
Yes, the apples are a surprise underneath the ice cream. Oh yeah. Yeah. Watch this. Are you ready for the next step?
Oh yes.
The next step, I'm gonna use my bare hands here. I'm gonna grab up
you shouldn't do that.
This streusel. It's alright, my hands are clean. We're just gonna streusel up the top of this. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna take this caramel sauce and we're gonna drizzle it around. Back and forth, all around the side. And I'm gonna purposely do this. This next part is on purpose. We're gonna drizzle it over the side just a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, you're being so
Oh, there we go.
You're
And it makes it look that much more appetizing. And you can take the same fork that you were stirring your streusel, put it right in there. You now have a wonderful dessert that's served. But before you get to mouth-watering over it, you gotta remember, this is ice cream, and you've gotta put this back in the freezer.
That's very good advice. Wonderful advice.
Everyone, apple crisp a la mode, as per Hollywood Studios, is served, only in a much, much larger portion.
Where is
But,
Hollywood Studios?
It's a Disney World. It's a magical place.
Like a magic kingdom?
A magic kingdom.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, well,
You should come with me.
Where am I supposed to go?
Follow the apple.
But I think I should.
Come with me.
Well, be sure to subscribe, please, to Mr. Chef because he's very good at what he does. And I guess I'm going to follow his dish, so